Now here's Pritchard. Bull left open for three. Rebounds. Inside the Bull. Able to maintain possession.
Oregon being really patient.
Bull for three. Good now. Richardson uses it. Powell picks him up.
Yeah, good help by Matt Powell.
Bull against one. Bull breaks him.
Oh my God.
So casual.
What a way to start off the Friday show. What a way.
I forgot how much I hate this song.
Oh, you just love it because it's like you're on a boat. It's like it's a weekend and you're just jet skiing.
No, it's like you're just wearing boat shoes but walking around the mall.
That's what it means to you. It means something different to everybody. Welcome in, everybody, to the DNBA show Casual Friday edition presented by Manscaped.
Your balls will thank you.
They certainly will, especially if you use the promo code DNVR20, get 20% off. Number one in men's below-the-belt grooming. I'm your host, Adam Mattis, very casual today. Got the blue shirt, got the backwards hat to show how casual I can be. I am joined also by another man who's even more casual, I dare say. The patent flower shirt, the backwards hat himself, the wry smile. It's Brendan Vogt.
Remember the undershirt this time, but it's the guy from Adventure Time smoking weed, so not much better, really.
That
wow,
Jake is tight.
Jake is tight. So is well, we'll move on.
I don't catch any parts of that reference. The man with the wind in his hair, the Peloton Prince, Harrison Wind.
Vogt's favorite look in my book was definitely just the deep V. No,
yeah, when I buttoned it up.
The deepest of V's.
Just as deep as possible.
I actually strongly prefer if you made that your brand. Uncomfortably deep V's.
Yeah, why not?
And
then last and also least, it's D-Line Go.
Man, that one smarted. I wasn't ready for that. You know what goes though? Earlier when you said that your balls will thank you if you use the promo code, my balls are although they've never thanked me, they are very fiscally responsible. So I think that's the one time I could get a thank you out of my balls.
Group economics.
You always go the most uncomfortable possible route.
That's right. Yeah, that's why I'm here on the show, isn't that right?
And I respect you for it. Guys, as we seem to do every single show, we are going to debut a brand new segment today. Oh my goodness. Is that what do we have here? It is Serbian Corner with the homie Miroslav. You guys know him. He's been on the show most of these Fridays, so let's welcome him on into our show. Welcome in.
Your balls will thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is awesome.
So Miroslav, welcoming you on into the show here. We always bring you on. First of all, how's your day going? I should ask you that. Your day, your week, now that it's coming to an end.
It's finally coming to an end. I'm really grateful for it. It was a long week for me, so this is the best part of it.
Oh, fantastic! Well, don't say that so soon. We do have a challenge that's going to be deeply uncomfortable for both you and us and the watchers. So it's going to be rough. Actually, I should say, anybody wants to come on today and shotgun a beer, you're welcome on. Vote. Have you already put? Somebody put the link into the Discord chat. So if you want to come,
now.
Hold on, I want to address this comment. The homie spelled wrong on purpose. There are two acceptable spellings of homie. You can either use it with a Y or it could be an IE.
Eric's just old. You just have to remember that.
I've got to say, I've normally seen it with an IE, so I was a little thrown off when I saw it.
Unbelievable. There are two acceptable. In that it's a word that doesn't live inside the actual English language. There's no rules.
All right, so that's too bad. I'm excited that this is going to be the best part of the week here, but Nikola Jokic, he arrived inside the bubble. That was a highlight of the week. Bol dominated practice. Well, we might be exaggerating a little bit, but that was a highlight of the week.
Dominated our dreams.
What did you make of those? Are like the two real stories I feel like that have emerged. That and Troy Daniels went fishing by himself and didn't catch anything. That's probably the third most important story. Miroslav, what do you make of Jokic's final arrival, his form, and everything you heard about Bol?
What do you think of Adam's dogs? The Bumpus Hounds.
Adam's dogs, big fans of Bol. Big fans.
Nikola seems really hyped, not as much as we are for sure, but he looks really, really fresh. He looks ready to compete. I'm really happy to see that. He doesn't seem to be, having any residue from the illness or whatever. So it looks really good. It's very good.
And then, of course, your favorite bol, as you guys say in Serbian, pain. This is a very bol heavy. So people that don't know, bol in Serbian means pain, which I think is just too fitting.
Nug life.
Oh my god.
What did you? What were your impressions of bol throughout this week and all the different things we saw and heard from him?
Well, of course, I don't expect him to play in the playoff games, but during the scrimmages and during the play-in games, the 8 games, I think we will see some of it for sure. Maybe in the last couple of games, it could be even 20 minutes or so. But I'm really excited if they dare to put Nikola Jokic and Bol together on court. That would be awesome, man. If they put Grant on 3 and MPJ on 2 and whoever they want on 1.
Michael Malone.
Probably Jamal.
Michael Malone. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what we heard today.
So that would be amazing.
Yeah,
It was funny today. Somebody asked Michael Malone about just like what lineups have stood out, what combinations have stood out, and you could kind of see him thinking in his head like, man, I guess Tyler Cook and Paul Millsap have looked good. I guess Troy Daniels and
He's like, who are these guys again?
Noah Vonleh have looked good, and you could just kind of see him chuckling to himself like, man, this is the squad we've got right now.
It is actually pretty absurd. So I know you wrote me today. One of the things that I thought was really interesting, I asked Jokic about Dejan Milojevic. And very good. I'm trying to get the right J sound in there. And I was surprised to hear him say that he's not very talented, because what you told us, and I don't know who's wrong, it might be Jokic, it might be you, I don't know, putting you on the spot here, but what you told us was that he was supremely talented. He was like an incredible player, and you kind of think there might be a lost in translation moment here.
Yes, it is. Because we in Serbian we have a word talenat, which is the same root as talent in English, and for what I've seen in reading NBA articles for decades now, the word talent you use usually in the NBA means, height, length, speed, strength, and in Serbian word talenat usually means the feel for the game, the being in the right position on the right time.
Really?
This is what we call talenat, because you can be talented in Serbian, talented, and still be very short, but if you're just running everybody away, you're talented in Serbian. So this is the difference. And actually, I believe Jokic was using the English word talent correctly here, because he wanted to say Dejan was very short for his position. He didn't have long arms at all.
Okay.
He was just playing really hard. He was always on the right spot when he needs. He was like the best rebounder for years in the EuroLeague with his size, which is amazing. So this guy, he wasn't, the prime Serbian player of that time. He was the European and world champion in 2001 and 2002, but he wasn't the main guy. He was one of the guys on the bench, of course. But still, he was just really, really talented, great feel for the game. So I think he was using the English word. And I want to say this because I have seen a lot of comments in the Serbian portals, because everybody said that the journalist from DNVR, Adam Mares, interviewed Nikola, and they just, put the whole Nikola's answer in Serbian, and everybody was screaming mad at Nikola for calling Dejan not talented.
That's
because
awesome.
It's just because they don't understand what Nikola was trying to say. Yeah.
That's amazing. I love this show causing international incidents. It's
I do too, man. It's so wild. It's always funny to me, but it's like,
so mad. So
much.
mad.
There's so much controversy here in the Serbian corner with the
Gotta
homie
stop
Miroslav.
making jokes about my balls on this show. People listen, apparently.
American journalist Brendan Vogt says bald. Yeah, like, what? No, because it actually reminds me of what was it? I got in trouble for it. I had to delete that tweet when I said something about like Jokic, Arturas goes to Chicago. I wonder if Jokic would, go to Chicago with him or something. And then like it made the Serbian paper where like Adam is speculating that Jokic will leave, and I was like, oh god, what have I done?
You got to do the Brian Windhorst. I'm not reporting this. This is just my thinking.
It's so annoying when he does that. Every podcast, there's like 8 of those. It's like, all right. All right. Well, that's I guess that's kind of interesting. It sounds like gifted and talented maybe are I would call it gifted.
Yeah.
A player being gifted, they have God-given gifts.
We like to use skill in a weird way. I feel like when we're trying to parse these things out in English, skilled maybe, but not. I don't know.
Yeah,
But it sounds like it's just like you have good, like on-court awareness. Like you've got a good
Yeah,
good
that's right.
smarts,
High
right?
basketball IQ.
A high basketball IQ.
You know, skill you can learn, but talent, you need to be born with it. You need
I
to
see.
have a feel. You need to have, the feel is probably the best word for talent.
Well, I would also say, like, this is a crazy, like, conclusion I'm drawing here, but I feel like the average European player has a higher basketball IQ than the average American player.
I think it's
Probably.
a virtue of the style, though.
Yeah.
We were gonna. I think I don't know
Could
because
be,
I don't know
yeah.
if that is necessarily true, but it's. And this is why I think next week we might actually end up having a strength and conditioning coach on from Partizan.
Ooh.
So did a little tease there. I think I'd be very excited for that. But that's one of the things I want to talk about in that show. Remember we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. The AAU thing. It's like a bit of a survival of the fittest, toughest. Develop on your own. Just like figure it out on the go. And my impression of European basketball is much more of a like factory, like we're going to teach you this skill, then that
System.
skill, and that skill. Yeah, it's like, and so I think they both arrive. I mean, obviously American-born players are incredible, so
Right.
I think both can work.
It's like in it's like in football. Sorry, in football where the Brazilians are like, they're like and one players essentially on
right.
the pitch, and Germans are like very like regiment. It's like all about the structure and like the moving as one. It's like, and that probably goes a lot to what you've told us about how coaches are revered in Serbia, and it really is about the coach, not the player. And then obviously in the U.S. it's about the player. Like the coaches come very, very down the line.
It's so crazy to me to even think about it because that is college. Like Coach K is more popular than anybody that comes through that program.
College.
But like I hate it, so I can't imagine in Europe where it's like Jokic is okay, but this coach, what an incredible job the coaches do. That's so foreign. I'm literally foreign, I guess. We can move on though. I want to talk about this NBA bubble because we are now, what are we, 11 days into the bubble? How many days has it been for the bubble? Do we know?
Well, right?
The
10?
Nuggets had their first practice a week ago. They got there on the 7th, so about a week and a half.
Week and a half. They've been there a week and a half, and I have a take. It's controversial. It's a peek Adam take. I think the NBA bubble looks incredible. It looks
wait.
absolutely
No.
awesome. It looks like camp for adults. Mild take. It
It
does.
looks
exactly.
incredible.
I'm not wrong, right?
No, dude, it's a Disney World.
Yeah, I mean, I think the NBA has done like as good of a job as it possibly could have been able to do at this point in terms of catering to players' needs, making them happy, making all the teams feel comfortable. Like, yes, the food is not going to be 5-star food, but I mean, I agree, man. I think it's gone probably as smoothly as possible so far, don't you think?
The ways in which this are difficult, though, I think are like, look, there's nothing they'll have to do in the bubble that's that bad. They have all the amenities. They have everything they need. Being with that group of people in that closed, insular environment for that long without your family, it
I
will
know.
grate on you.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
games haven't even started yet. And I think we already got a quote today, right, from Michael Malone that the guys are starting to get a little tired of each other, so they're trying to keep it fresh with like games
Yeah.
and tag
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff
been a
like
week.
that. It's been a week.
Well, we
week
know
of
this, right? When we
practices.
go to Vegas for summer league, it's the best. We get a house, we have a pool. It's just like the ultimate getaway. And then after about 5 days, you are kind of like,
Exactly.
I'm a little funned out.
Summer camp's like a week long, right? So this is a lot, and I do think it's fair to be like, all right, don't jump on the food. Like, it's not as bad. You guys, these are 1% problems, all that, but I'm not gonna get on anyone who's like kind of tired of this in a month. I mean, I relate to
totally.
those guys. I empathize with those guys.
Of course. Miroslav, what do you think? Does this look like camp for adults? Is that what I'm trying to
It looks wonderful, and NBA is lucky because they don't have too many players that they need to put in the bubble. I can imagine if NFL would try to make a bubble, how many guys you would have to have there. So it's probably easier for the NBA.
Sure.
And if for sure it will be really, really nasty after a couple of weeks there. It will be very boring after all of the amenities. But I think it will get better when they get to the playoffs, when the real thing begins. Then they can lock in. And
True.
I
That's
think
the thing
it
is,
will
like,
be.
yeah. Right now, right now they don't have that goal. I mean, they're just like practice. It's like anytime even in like every preseason, by the end, you're like, all right, like what are we
That's
doing?
so true.
Yeah.
Once you
This
get
is
like the
training camp, right?
yeah, once you get like the competition, like I'm so interested to see like what the dynamic is like with amongst players from opposite teams, like coming across one another at the cornhole or in ping pong when they're like the heat of battle is actually on, and you get to the part of the NBA where you can literally have guys try to sneak into other locker rooms to try and beat them up. Like you have that level of testosterone just flowing through Disney World. I can't.
Well, I
wait.
did hear. I don't remember who it was that said this, but it was a player that said almost all interactions right now are just amongst teammates. He's like, it's more of a head nod to the like anybody on the other teams. It's like even that. I was thinking like that's a little of an uncomfortable thing. Like I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk to you or not, so I'm just going to kind of casually acknowledge you.
Yeah.
To me, that's awkward. But I will say, so we saw the video yesterday of Michael Malone and the team playing tag, it looked like. I mean, some version of tag. And Malone on his first press conference said, my focus is on keeping these guys happy and having fun. Because I think Malone, he's a smart dude. He knows exactly what is up right now.
Yep.
This really is a battle for not letting your team spiral out of control mentally. And so I have just everything I've seen so far. I'm like, oh yeah, they're clearly trying to keep things as light and happy.
No,
as
yeah,
possible.
that's exactly what it is. Like we saw them throwing the football around earlier, like doing a pool day. We've even seen them do this during the season, man. Like spike ball, playing soccer at practice.
Yeah.
They do this stuff all the time. So it's definitely about keeping things light and just not getting everybody to hate him in the first week of training camp.
Well, also, like, what are you going to drill your winning championship habits into Bowl? I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Troy
the
Daniels.
team's not there. So,
Yeah.
this is what they should be doing, I think.
I kind of think that might just be the MO throughout the whole thing. I know it'll get more serious in the playoffs, but I just wonder if they're going to constantly be like, hey, guys, we're trying to have fun. Just stay relaxed.
I don't know how much work any team can really get done, even if everyone was there and everyone was there on time and healthy.
Yeah.
How well-oiled is any machine going to look right now? So maybe there's far more utility in that sort of mental makeup and sort of nurturing that.
Well, you also have to consider the fact that like the team they have down there is a brand new team. It's like not even the Nuggets. It's like a bunch of guys that are like they are technically members of the Nuggets in that they are paid by them and have uniforms, but like they've spent no time together. So they have to do like real actual bonding early on here.
Since this is Serbian corner, Miroslav, I have to ask you, if this was the Adriatic League with Partizan and Red Star and they're all in a bubble, in whatever the equivalent of Orlando is in Serbia, are they playing tag? Or do you think there's no chance that Partizan is going to be playing tag?
Excellent question, because what you call tag, we called shuga, and shuga in Serbian is a name of a disease. It's a very nasty. Stay with me. It's a very nasty rash.
So you don't want to get it, right?
You have sugar, and then you run and catch a guy, and then he has sugar.
Dude, nothing makes me happy. Nothing makes me happier in life than Eastern European views on the world. Where like,
Hey, I have to correct you. Not Eastern European.
No.
What is the Serbians have gotten very upset.
Oh,
in the
this is
comments
not
about
Eastern
you calling
European.
them Eastern European.
Which we call it?
Balkan.
I don't.
Baltic.
It's more
Balkan.
or less
Balkan,
Balkans. It's more or less southeastern Europe.
Okay, well, it's Eastern.
All right,
Europe.
well, now you're just going quickly with us.
Yeah, now we're just splitting hairs. But the idea, like, I think I told you, I worked with a woman that was from, it's obviously not Eastern European. She was from Belarus. But she would tell us about her Christmas traditions where Santa, every year, she would dress up like Santa. And Santa has a whip. And every child has to come and has a little presentation they do to Santa. It's like a poem or a song, and they have to perform for Santa or they'll get whipped.
Yep.
I was like, that's incredible. It's like everything I want in my life.
I gotta say, the Serbian version Shuga is not really appropriate inside of a bubble meant to keep away from Corona.
Yeah,
a
little eerie in 2020.
Yeah, it's not the bubble game. Yeah.
Oh my god, that makes that's the
So
best.
funny.
That is funny. Let's take a quick break, but on the other
I
side,
love it.
we're gonna shotgun some beers, guys.
Oh my god.
I'm dreading. I put it off for 20 minutes, Vote. I put it off. Now it's time. Get your shotguns ready.
Well, I'll be shotgunning one of these. Strawberry Sky from
Got a
Breakthrough.
Mountain
Oh,
Hardcore and disgusting.
oh, golly.
Adam has Mountain Beach. D-Line has Strawberry Sky. Vote. What are you choosing as your weapon of choice?
A Coors, because we're shotgunning.
Yeah, no,
Well, I was going to use a Coors, but I thought we had to use Breck Brew.
we do.
we're
We
drinking-
absolutely do.
If I'm drinking my beer to enjoy it, it's a Breck every time. And if you're listening, Breck, to be very clear, that's my preference. But if I want this to be down in a matter of seconds, it's gotta be Coors.
Okay, well, I'll be going with the Breck Brew. I'll be toughing it out. If you guys want to hit up some Breck Brew this weekend, it's going to be gorgeous outside, so not going to be anything better to do than sit outside, drink some beers. Hit up Davidson's.
As
They
fast as
have
possible.
pickup and delivery. They also definitely are stocked with the 15-can sampler, the Jokic pack, as well as the Mile High City Copper Lager. So Davidson's has that. They have pickup and delivery, as well as King Soopers, your local liquor store, wherever you pick up beers from. Also, we got another WGT tournament coming up this
hell yeah.
weekend.
The Heater.
The Heater.
Well-
The Heater in the desert.
Yep. It's already. I just said it publicly. That's the name. Sorry.
I
Adam.
can tell where the creative
I just want you guys to know. I want you to know. I was really lobbying hard for the Mesquite Open. The Mesquite Open.
You understand?
All right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real good. It's so good that I'm absolutely not making that graphic. Everybody this weekend enjoy the Heater.
That's so
The
annoying.
Heater
The
on
Tahoe was a huge
WGT.
hit. The Mesquite Open. Mesquite. That's so good.
Anyways, if you guys want to get in on that, download WGT from DNVRGolf.com. Search for the DNVR2 Country Club. You will automatically be entered into the tournament this weekend. Take on all of us. Me, Vote, D-Line, Adam.
It's
probably
stroke play, so you have
Miroslav
no
as well.
excuse when I beat you this
Yeah,
time,
sure.
Harrison.
Oh my god.
No stroke play. All right, I do have
Yeah.
no excuse. That's what I play for. That's
Better
why
get back on the Peloton
Yeah.
and start training.
That's why I get up every morning. That's why I charge my phone at night for stroke play.
Devadia, what's up?
Yeah, make sure to download WGT from DNVRGolf.com.
Is that it?
That is it.
Oh god, can you do a couple more?
Gotta do a DraftKings pick of the weekend.
Oh yeah, do we want to do the pick of the week right now? Let's do the
Let's
pick of
do
the
it.
week
Let's keep
right
putting
now.
this off.
Yeah, let's do the
long as
pick of the
we
week
can.
right now. So yeah, I've been talking about this all week when we've been talking about DraftKings, but they've got that awesome promotion where if you place a bet of at least $25 on who will be crowned the champion in baseball this season, they'll give you a $25 free bet to use on opening day. So that's going to be my DraftKings pick of the week this week. I'm putting 25 on the Rockies to win the World Series, and then I'm putting another 25 on the Rockies.
Oh,
to win
baby.
the World Series as
You're
well.
my kind- that's-
60 game season, short runway.
Yeah.
This
not,
is the year.
honestly?
That's my
This
style.
is
You get the free
year.
bet, you just double down on the other bet you already made. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready for this?
Well, we got to at least get. We got to.
First, let's set the
videos,
stage. Yeah, let's set the stage a little bit, Kel. So, I think we have some of these videos here. Do we have the videos lined up and ready to go? Okay, yeah, let's pull them up. This has become a thing, guys in the NBA. It's become a meme. They are shotgunning beers. Here's JJ Redick, by the way, first team all beer drinker.
Oh boy.
How would we
In a
grade
in a
this
little
shotgun?
pool.
Oh wow,
He's like really
Darwin.
going.
that's actually not that great. That would say I would call that an average shotgun.
The fact that JJ Redick did this sitting down, though, I
Yeah.
think he
That's
gets
impressive.
extra points for it
I'm
because
about to do
shotgunning
mine.
while sitting down is
I'm doing mine sitting
a
down.
difficult thing to do.
I'm gonna do mine sitting down. JJ
I'm gonna
Redick, by
stand
the
up
way,
for
is
mine.
probably first team all. Remember he was like an incredible beer pong player. There was like this legend of him at Duke where nobody could beat him. He just was like
dude,
never
JJ
missed.
Reddick tore it up at
That's
the frat
believable.
parties at Duke.
Yeah,
Is there
here's
any
Myers
doubt?
Leonard here's Myers Leonard who drinks this at a upsetting pace.
Yeah, watch he stumbles off the blocks here, drops the can. No problem.
He's a Terminator.
I mean, that
That's
doesn't even make sense.
unbelievable.
How is that
Look at him.
possible?
I know, like, isn't it just gravity? Like, what was he? How does he get the beer to go faster?
You're
than
about to
gravity?
find out, Adam. You're about to find out.
All right. Well, okay. So, in honor of this is the big thing. First of all, I have a question. Let's bring on. We had a couple guests. Darwin.
Yeah.
We have Darwin
Jesus,
Duck. He's
Harris.
Our
I'm
baby.
gonna
Let's
the
get
name
Darwin
here a little
on.
bit. So, bring on Darwin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait.
take him back out. There, bring him back on. Okay,
Cheers.
what do you have there, Darwin?
It's Key Light.
No, okay. Well, that's like honestly probably the easiest
Keystone
beer to
Light.
shotgun.
Classic
The easiest
choice.
beer.
Yeah.
You were a smart
I was
one.
at a cabin. Had to take home. I got to take home a 15er of some craft beer, but then they made me take home what was left of the Key Light too.
Every craft brewery has a Jokic pack. This is crazy, but only one true Jokic pack. Let's also bring on a man who's shotgunning a beer just before he even comes on. It's our hockey expert. It's Rudo.
This is a classic 12 o'clock hour activity
it's the
for
Friday.
Rudo. Yeah.
No way, dude. The thing that sucks here is that this is like
Producer Kale also say hey.
we're inviting Rudo. This is like Rudo's home court. Like he's fucking.
It's no coincidence that he's in the center of this shot here. He is 100% the star of this. If you guys don't know, Rudo was voted most likely to drink beer.
My problem is I've already started drinking it, so I can't shotgun it.
Oh, yeah! Come on.
Go get another beer, Rudo. This is
another one. Just grab another beer.
This is ridiculous.
I just want to say this can only end with me spilling this and getting kicked out of my girlfriend's apartment.
Yeah, that's
actually
we got Henry. Yeah.
Whole Brady Bunch here. Look
Hank,
at this.
baby.
Oh, we got-
Hank,
Everyone
baby.
send the StreamYard to your grandmothers and don't tell them what it is. Just
Oh my
drop the link.
god.
Alrighty,
God.
so let's see. I am drinking the Mountain Beach from Breck Brew, which I'm told is a terrible choice for
Yeah,
shotgunning.
bad.
It's
Yep.
Real bad.
extremely
Terrible
sour.
decision. Yeah, really acidic.
So-
Very acidic. Oh god, I'm gonna have heartburn.
So Miroslav, do you know what you're supposed to do here? You have to puncture the side of the can, you're going to create the hole from which you will drink all of the beer from it in rapid pace,
So you have to like.
and then you
Tilt
open
it.
the actual
I hate this so
intended
much.
part of the can, and then the airflow just puts it right down.
Oh my god, this is gonna be miserable.
Ready, baby?
No,
Oh!
not ready.
What is everybody shotgunning?
Ready.
Because I think Hank and I are shotgunning vanilla porter.
Yeah,
and
you
we're about to die.
Oh, Hank's
my
going
God.
already. All right, let's do it.
All right, hold on.
Wait, we
ready.
need Miroslav. We need Miroslav.
Where's Miroslav? Oh yeah, we need Hank. Where'd Hank go?
Hank
Hank,
went
like,
already.
messed
Hank,
up.
Beer is flown all
Hank
over.
doesn't know what's going on.
All right.
Don't do the
Just hopped on
promo
for no
open it with your
reason.
teeth.
I have vanilla porter all over.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, Jesus! God!
Oh,
Terrible!
Oh, I think I won.
Horrible!
Oh, for the love of
What
Pete.
Miro doing
Oh, what a disaster!
I feel so old.
I'm right back. I'm right back in it.
ready for the weekend, baby?
Do another one.
Who was watching? Who won? We need the fans to let us know.
Yeah, who won? I feel like I had to be
I
near
think
the
it was
top.
D-Line.
Dude,
I think
Miro
I-
did it with the tall boy, so he wins by default.
Oh, well then
So-
he definitely.
Miroslav, did you really pull off the tall boy shotgun?
I did about 80%.
Damn.
Miroslav, we're looking. You got to put in 105% of the show. 80% is not going to cut it.
I agree with David.
Yeah, nobody won this.
Can you guys see all of the vanilla porter junior I just got on my parents' ceiling above
I
me?
do.
Hey, make this the big screen here for a second. Let's see it go.
Show us.
Show it again.
Oh my god.
There's all the vanilla porter junior up there. You can kind of see the couch and stuff too. I wish I could show you the screen of my MacBook.
I like how everyone's face is like red, uncomfortable. Look at Rudo. Even in his home court here, he's still looking
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
that was not fun. That was
I
not
drink
fun.
a lot, not drink a lot
Shotgunning
fast,
a
okay?
porter is
Oh.
the worst decision you will ever make. Never do that.
Did you just do that?
I did.
We did tell you.
Yeah. You know, not everything we do on this show is fun. Like we have to do stuff. You know, we have to do stuff that's tough. We
This
have
is
to we
work.
have to go through the battles.
This is work.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is
I actually
excellent
might go
training
through-
camp.
hang
Got
on.
it.
Can I be honest? I missed that. I haven't done it for years.
You missed
decades.
that. You know
that was great. I'm ready for
Adam,
another one.
it's literally available to you every time you drink a beer. You could do that every. There's no need to
I
miss
mean,
it.
it's the most efficient way to drink a beer.
It is,
if we're being
it is
honest.
among it. So I actually was going to talk about this. So I used chugging beers is better than sipping beers in my opinion. I know this is another terrible Adam take, classic terrible.
That's
one.
because you drink light beer exclusively.
I just drank the Mountain Beach. I love the Mountain Beach. I love the come on, the strawberry sky. Get out of here with that. When you're wait till you're 36. I can't wait till you're 36. I'm pulling you back in front of the public, and I'm going to ask all these questions about things that are just comfortable. Miroslav knows what I'm talking about. It's easier. It's easier to drink like healthy.
I'm ending our friendship when I turn 30.
If I had to shotgun a vanilla porter junior, I probably would puke. So I don't know how Kale's holding it together.
I had a
right now.
puke bucket ready. I have to use it.
So Harrison with these classic glasses, man.
Yeah,
I didn't
Harrison.
even know you had shotgun glasses.
Yeah,
Harrison-
only wear them for shotgunning beers. So.
Do you ever find yourself like I do, where sometimes you just can't imagine Harrison looking any better, and then he shows up
there
one
it
day and
is.
you're like, what? What? I thought we were at the peak of this mountain. There's a hole at the top.
Do you wear those when you ride your Peloton? Because those look
Oh
like
my
the thing
God.
you would wear while wearing a Peloton.
No, I got these for like $10 on Amazon.
He's like Lance entire body strong.
One of my best purchases ever, though.
Oh yeah.
So I actually did want to talk about this. The best ways to get drunk, because shotgunning is up there. It used to be a beer bong too. You could drink like 2.5 beers in like 3 seconds, and then
That
you
was
like
the
went
move.
from sober to hammered. What are the other great ways of?
Well, I want to hear everyone's review
Shout
of
out
the.
the Flabongo real quick.
Yeah.
I've never been to one of our CU tailgates.
Oh, yeah.
As far as beer bongs go, the Flabongo is the best.
The Flabongo might be retired after Corona. Like I just don't know if a communal beer bong is ever coming back.
Do you mean after you put a Corona beer in a Flamingo? We should go through and we should find. So, Darwin, I want to know how this went for everybody. Darwin, how was your shotgun experience just now? Give me a rating.
3.
3 out of how many?
Solid.
I'm in my office. I haven't eaten anything yet today.
Okay, so we got a 3. Miroslav, I got the impression that was your first time ever shotgunning a beer, and you had to stop midway through. So give us a rating, 1 to 10 on that shotgun.
It's really easy.
Yeah, that's the
Not
point.
as hard as somebody would think, because there is no air coming into your mouth, so you just have only compressed beer and just squeeze
Yeah.
it. It's easy.
It's all about efficiency.
It's cheating. It's cheating.
Serbians do this for breakfast, and then
Yeah.
they grasp forearms, butt foreheads, and scream respect.
Yeah, Hank, we skipped over you. Give us the review. I know that you repainted your parents' ceiling, but how was the actual drinking portion for you? 1 out of 10. How'd that go for you?
Honestly, I would recommend spraying all the beer everywhere so you don't have to try to get it all inside you.
Oh,
So as
Smart.
much as it sucks, I'm wearing this white shirt. I'm not sure if you can see the big brown stain.
What a
that I
rookie
think is
move.
probably
you
permanent
were
now.
not prepared for this at all. Like,
Rookie
you
mistake.
made every wrong move. You got a Vanilla Porter Jr. You sat on your parents' couch, sprayed it
Leather.
onto the ceiling, wearing a white shirt. And you're the youngest of us. You have absolutely no excuse.
I was gonna
I
write
thought it would be
today,
better.
but
I do think he's older than me. I'll give him that credit.
Rudo, lay it on us. How'd it go?
Easy 10. All right.
Easy 10.
This is my
It's a
normal. I have free skate Friday in an hour, so this is just another Friday.
Do you?
Right
Do you? Are you sure?
this is
I don't know if they're gonna
pre-production
allow you
for
on the
Free
ice,
Skate
man.
Friday.
I don't know. Is there any other beer content we can get to here?
I'll give
Kale?
that whatever. I just
do a
did a
second
negative
one.
15 out of 10. Whatever is the lowest
Don't-
possible.
Oh
Whoa.
my God.
Vote had an idea.
Do another one. Get out of my life, vote.
Votes going back to back.
All I'm saying is, if you guys find some typos in this PJ Dozier piece coming out next week, you might be able to trace it back to the source. Do not solo camera me.
So, okay, you know what? Let's
I'm
do a quick read. So I can
Oh,
prepare
man.
for what may or may not be coming up in the final segment here.
All right,
God.
I can't possibly wear those glasses any longer, guys. They had a good run. Like I was just saying earlier, the excitement and anticipation has been growing for weeks, and the time is almost here. Baseball is coming back next week. I gotta say, doing a read with 8 other people on the screen.
We just were all
is
watching.
something else.
We all want to hear what you have to
Something
say.
else. But to put you guys in the center of the action, DraftKings Sportsbook is celebrating the new season with a special promotion. Before the season starts, place a bet of at least $25 on who will be crowned the champion, and they'll give you a $25 free bet to use on opening day. While we are all excited for baseball, don't forget we've still got European soccer going on. We've got KBO. We've got a golf tournament this weekend as well that there are some really cool player props on. So make sure to download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code DNVR when you sign up, because for a limited time, all new users can get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000. That's code DNVR to get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000 only at DraftKings Sportsbook. And of course, they have that awesome baseball promotion right now. Place a bet of at least $25 on who will be crowned champion, and they'll give you a $25 free bet to use on opening day. Must be 21 or older, Colorado
Go
only.
through these.
Bonus is comprised of a first
Faster.
deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires a 25 times playthrough. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Harrison cannot be rushed. He refuses
No.
to be rushed.
He's a pro. He's not like you. He's a pro.
All right, who's in for one more? Are we doing one more?
Can we discuss what Rayvon just said in the comments, though? Because
Tea
I'm
and
very
whiskey?
confused.
What do you mean?
And
What's
then someone
confusing
asked,
about
"Do you
that?
Soak the tea in whiskey.
He just
Oh,
adds
you
he just
made
adds
tea
whiskey
with
to his tea. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Whisk tea.
Whisk tea.
God, man, we are really casual today.
All right.
Really supremely casual. I think, is Miroslav, did he run off to grab
Wait, we're
himself
doing
another
another
beer?
one? Jesus Christ, you guys.
Hey, did Myers Leonard quit after one? Did JJ Redick quit after one?
All right, if I go off screen like right after this, I'm in the bathroom.
All right.
Hold on.
Ready?
No,
Oh,
I'm
God.
not ready. Hold on.
Another tall boy.
Oh,
Another
a
top
tall
Miros-
boy. Dude, the Serbians don't play around. That's what I love about them.
Someone's got to
Exactly
teach
not.
Morris how to use his teeth to do this.
You did it with your teeth?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's...
Ready?
this is not appropriate. All right.
Cleaner.
This is a new race. This
Oh,
is
wait.
round number
Rudo's
two.
coming back. Rudo's coming back. We need this Rudo.
Oh, yeah.
All
Rudo
right,
definitely
Rudo.
wants in.
We need Rudo
He's
for this.
very-
We need Rudo for this. What is shotgunning without Rudo? It's not even. It's nothing.
Also,
Pistoling
Harrison,
at best.
we're gonna have
I'm
a-
ready.
another full
Oh,
cast.
so's my dog.
All
Kelly,
right.
you can hop in just to judge it, even if you're not in. If you're
Am
not
I
shut.
the only one not doing another one?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
have to
you
judge.
are.
You have to
Yeah,
watch.
I
You have to
will.
watch. Ready?
I'll judge.
1, 2, 3.
What, we're going?
Dominant performance.
It was Eric. Eric won both.
No
Yo,
way!
I got-
Are you serious?
Eric won.
If it makes you feel better, there's beer literally all over my shirt.
Man, my afternoon sure just got different. Probably going to be a little less productive than I thought I was
wow.
going to be. We can wrap up today's just completely train wreck of a show, and by talking about today is it what was it, Kel? You told us this made up holiday,
Well, it
National
was
Emoji Day,
It was International Emoji Day.
International Emoji Day. Oh, sweet! So
Let me
Miroslav
just
can
go-
participate as well.
Let me just go and pull up the vomit one really quick.
That's how I feel right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, the vomit emoji. So what is I just want to give the top first of all, everybody here
Oh, cool.
Everybody here uses emojis, is what I think he was going
Everyone here
with.
uses emojis. He's going to ask us which is our favorite emoji. Which is your favorite emoji?
I can tell you my least favorite emoji.
Which is your
My
least favorite
least
emoji?
favorite emoji is the guy with like steam coming out of his nose.
Oh, the huff?
Yeah.
you don't like that with the gas face. Isn't that
Jamal
what it's called?
Crawford once
It's like-
scored 50.
Back in 1996, Michael Jordan was a bucket.
A bucket.
It's just like
It's just different.
it's just Brooklyn's entire roster right now is just the huff emoji.
All right, so, Vo, what's your least favorite emoji? Or your favorite emoji?
Well, it's one and the same. For a long time,
the
it
eyeballs,
was
isn't
the
it?
double eyes, but then I became a social media manager. Let me tell you, when you have no clue what the caption should be, double
Eyeballs.
eyes works every single time.
Adam, where do you go? What's your default emoji? The think one?
The thinking emoji, it's so versatile. Like it's like what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Kyle Kuzma, big
Yeah,
fans
yeah.
of that.
Oh god.
Ruda.
His is more serious, like it makes you think. Mine's more like a
Yeah.
sarcastic.
Ruda, where are you going with the
the,
emoji?
Yeah, go
Face
ahead,
palm
Rudo.
every time.
Face palm?
Every time. Find
Oh,
a
yeah,
hot
that's a
cake and
good
face
one.
palm it, and you're good. Yeah.
Kale?
That is a great one.
Oh, my least favorite are any of the face emojis that are just cats. I despise those.
Where you sub in a cat for a person?
I'm like, stop. And then my favorite emoji is probably just like the rolling on the floor, laughy, cry.
Yeah,
face
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I use that a lot.
Miroslav? Is
I
that
never see a cat emoji, so I don't.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, we live in different worlds. I've
It might be
never
a
seen
lady
that.
thing.
I'm always using all the different smiles emojis because I'm afraid my comments are too harsh to somebody. I just want to soften it up a bit.
Guys,
Ha ha ha!
guy.
You've contracted sugar. Ha ha ha! I'm only joking.
Smiling face, yeah.
Oh my
are they
god.
going to readopt the game going forward? I mean, will future generations just rename it? Hang on, I have to share one thing here, guys, because friend of the show, Superstar Dev. Well, it looks like
You can't share?
It looks like he caught that last segment. Oh no!
Oh no.
Screenshot. That's incredible.
Yeah, wow. That's too bad. That's unfortunate. I thought this was just like we're not just. This isn't just like a Zoom call that we're just doing this.
Like people are watching this.
Hank, where are you going emoji wise?
Well, with the least favorite, I don't know. I just get frustrated by how many different smiley face emojis there are. Because it's kind of like what Miroslav was saying, where you say something, you're like, you need a smiley face emoji, but then all of them mean slightly different things. And so if there were just like one generic smiley face, like use this for everything, that would make my life a lot easier.
Hank, come on. There's nuance. You can choose it. You know that the people who the Inuit people have like 80 words for snow. Because they're around snow all the time, and there's like subtle differences between. So there's not just one smiley that can encapsulate all of the human emotions of being happy.
Hank's the guy who tweets out something strictly platonic and then accidentally puts the winking smiley face at the end.
Yeah, he was
like the winky smiley face, like it has its role. But I just wish I didn't have to know what exactly that was.
I'll say that's my least favorite one. The winky emoji is by far the worst one. It's very uncomfortable.
I'm here for this.
Darwin, where are you going? Where are you going with an emoji if you're forced to?
So it's eyes, but I'm wondering if that's just I'm following the trend that
the eyeballs
led me on. Yeah, it's definitely
the eyeball is a great emoji for people in media because if one of us wanted to tweet like the eyeball emoji, I feel like everybody would be like, "What? Is MPJ in the bubble?"
I know.
Is are the Nuggets making a trade? Like if this was during the season,
I can't wait
to sign somebody.
I can't wait to use the eyeball emoji on that dev tweet.
We should all just quote tweet it with an emoji. I think the goat emoji is also a good one just because it's thrown around so casually. Like if you put the goat emoji on anything, it could be like Torrey Craig blocked goat.
Yeah. This show, goat.
Goat. Goat show of all shows.
This show is actually the goat, though.
This show.
I don't know about this episode, but I'm generally with you, Kim.
You know,
this episode, steam coming out. This episode has steam coming out of my nose. Yeah.
Just rename it in YouTube.
The Huff.
D's get degrees, baby. All right. Thanks to all dozens of people that stopped on today, especially the homie Miroslav, who debuted his brand new Serbian corner. Nothing.
All right, cool. Thanks, Miroslav.
Cool. That was a sign off. Huge shout out to Darwin in the Pacific Northwest over there.
Much appreciated.
And then, of course, to my DNVR homies, the super producer Kale, producing the show, making it all rad and stuff.
Adam's drunk, by the way.
Did you just say shark?
So when do we start singing?
Right now, Miroslav. Right now.
What are we supposed to sing? I forgot. We came up with that idea, right? I guess we'll have to save it for next week's Serbian corner.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Hank, who's always here just for our enjoyment. For us,
everyone, the world's enjoyment. Yeah.
And then Rudo. If I could use
thank me for
emoji.
coming on whatever this was.
Yo, yesterday, Brendan Vogt was wearing a Rudo shirt, and we had to. He stands a king, and the king has arrived. The king is in court. Yeah. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Rudo.
Are you even shotgunning if you're not wearing the Rudo shirt? Really?
No.
If I'd known you'd coming on, I would have switched you already.
Everybody else, shotgun a beer for us if you can do so responsibly.
Don't do
responsibly and legally. Then do so. Have a great weekend, guys. Next week we have Nuggets games. Next week,
wow,
we have Nuggets games.
Let's go.
Do 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 do.